Hello everyone and welcome to a series I've decided to start called Is It Worth? In this series I will address things across diverse from missions to ships and gameplay archetypes. Today I want to cover mining and Quantanium. Mining can be the most profitable archetype, especially with the introduction to Quantanium. And then this depends on which ship you have to compare it to. So most of you are probably here to see the end profits, so I'm just going to start the video off with that. If you can stay to the end, watch the gameplay, and then hear out the rest of the video, you could learn something. So cargo running is by far the best way to make money, in my honest opinion, when you consider credits per hour. This is mostly true when you actually have a cargo ship, so like the Caterpillar, the Carrack, the Starfarer, the Freelancer Max, or the Reclaimer. You can kind of get away with the Cutlass Black. Comparing the profits that you can earn from mining, you kind of have to take into consideration that the Argo Mole will be compared to the Caterpillar, the Carrack, and the Starfarer. Not the Freelancer Max, I would compare that to the Prospector. With that being said, if you're the type of person that cares about the end dollar amount, mining could be the way for you. As a semi-patient miner, I've seen profits upwards of 90K. On one run, I made 184K because the terminal bugged out and allowed me to sell my profits twice. The run was extremely lucky because I found a deposit of Quantanium and filled my haul approximately 33% with it. Disclaimer, not all runs are this lucky. Since we're on the topic of Quantanium and profits, the chart on screen shows the current prices for each mineable resource. This is not to include the hand minables or FPS mining. You'll see that Quantanium is slightly more than double the highest grossing ore, so obviously it must be worth. Well, this is not necessarily true. Quantanium has a shelf life of approximately 15 minutes, and what that means is that after it's broken and loaded onto your ship, you have 15 minutes to get it to a refinery or you go boom. So running into Quantanium is kind of rare in comparison to the other ores, and running into it early is unlucky in my opinion. It will most likely be at a lower percentage and it will cut your run short. As a final resource, Quantanium is definitely worth it, and it could be a viable resource at 20% early on. Other than that, it's better to find the next grouping of ore and try to come back for it later. Do note that moving out of render range will change the percentage of the rock. I am unsure if the makeup of the rock will change, but I do know that the percentage does. If you're on the fence about mining, I suggest renting a Prospector from Lorville and give it a shot. I also recommend having about 150K so that you can rent the ship and buy a Helix mining head. This mining head is integral to making larger profits as it allows you to break larger rocks, which tend to have higher percentage of the good ore. So if you never rented a ship before, there's a mechanic in the game that doesn't allow you to edit any components on the ship, but if you take it to your hangar, pull it out by looking at the plus sign on the floor, you can edit the ship and then add the Helix mining head to it. The way to hit the big profit numbers is to be selective in what you're mining. Agricium is the lowest tier ore that I will mine, and that is just for me personally. As you saw from my profit snapshots, there are higher percentages of Agricium. I generally don't take Agricium under 50%, and then 35 to 40% for the upper ores, and then 5 to 10% for Quantanium. If you made it this far, I'd like to say thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you at least learned something. In the description, I will post a link to a mining calculator that's made by TRFF, who's a part of IMI. I think it's Immobile Industries. And then they're a mining org within Star Citizen, if I am to believe correctly. If you could drop a like and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you again.